What's going on, guys? My name is Marine. Today I'm bringing you a video on Kombat League Season 2 and everything we know about it, which is admittedly very little, and then how to get past the lower ranks since we are heading into a new season. So the only thing confirmed by NetherRealm so far is the name of the new season and the start date, which is going to start on the 23rd, which is this coming Tuesday. So I should be posting this on Sunday, so it shouldn't be that far until we get to the new season. Those are the only two things that it's confirmed, the name being Season of Time, Season 1 being Season of Blood. And a couple weeks back, there were some leaked skins regarding the Season 2, and it looks like Aaron Black gets another skin, so, you know, good job, Aaron Black players. You guys get another skin for your boy. But those are the only two things that we really know about the season so far. If you watched my last video, you know I speculated on what they'll do regarding placing people into the new season. So it looks like we're going to start all from scratch again, which I don't really like, because in the very beginning of Season 1, you have a ton of, you know, pro players and low-level players just kind of battling each other for a while until they get out of those lower ranks, and I don't think it should be that way. I think, you know, it should be more, you know, based on your placing last season. Maybe you start off at a higher season than people that were placing lower. That way, you know, you don't get that much kind of like different level of matches. You know, you don't want everything to just be lopsided when the season first starts. It's the same thing that Overwatch does with their placement system, and other games I'm sure do it too, and they're just eluding me right now because I just woke up. Okay, give me some slack. All right, and speaking of the lower rankings, I'm actually going to go ahead and talk about the lower 3 rankings in Kombat League, which are going to be the Apprentice, Combatant, and Warrior. And these 3 are kind of like your entry level, because you still get XP for points for losing. So I believe these are the only 3 that you can do it. I'm not sure if Champion you do as well, but these are the first 3 ranks that I basically want to talk about, because a lot of players still kind of play the same within this ranking, and I want to go over it starting with Apprentice. All right, not trying to take any jabs at anybody in case you were in this rank, or, you know, if you got stuck in the lower ranks or anything like that. I'm just going to go over things that I noticed when I played through this on my second account, just specifically for this video. You know, what I noticed and things that you could improve on in order to, you know, make it to the higher ranks once you get past these first initial 3. Because there are some key differences between the first 3 ranks that I saw, but there are some things that are kind of universal between them all. So for starters, an Apprentice, I mean, it's pretty much, it's kind of mean to say, but you got to learn how to play the game, buddy. You know, the tutorials will help you learn the game's mechanics, like the wake-up system, you know, how to roll out of combos, all that stuff, okay? Because in this particular one, nobody knows how to do anything, I guess, unless you're playing at someone else that's using a Smurf as well. And again, that's not a jab, okay? It did sound kind of mean, but it's for your own good, okay? You know, take the tutorial. You get some cool skins too if you do character tutorials. Because in this one, you're not gonna find anybody with, you know, pretty much doing combo. You'll see a lot of down 2 mashing. You'll also see a lot of Wi-Fi. That's literally the only. I didn't run into one like wired connection this entire thing when I was recording everything, and I was recording my progression through this for quite some time. But yes, anyway, they won't really know, you know, frame data, stuff like that, how to punish. So again, that's something that you could take to the lab if you do want to improve. If you did find yourself frustrated that you couldn't beat anybody in this rank, again, you still get points. So no matter how much you lose in Apprentice, you'll eventually get to Combatant. But I know that's not ideal. So yeah, again, hit the lab, hit the training mode, hit the tutorials, and you should be better from there. Right now, the Combatant rank. So the Combatant rank is a little bit different. You actually do start to notice the skill level kind of rising from Apprentice, and that's how it should be, right? That's how rankings work, right? The higher you are, the better you should be. But, you know, players are actually using block strings here. They do know about a few game mechanics, not a ton on wake up, but specifically the breakaway. A lot of people were breaking away at this time. A big thing about this too is that a lot of people, like I said, they're doing block strings, but they're ending it in unsafe ways, whether it be in unsafe specials, unsafe strings, stuff like that. So again, that's something that you go into the lab, you find out what's punishable, what's safe, so you know how to end your strings, yeah, and you know, not get punished every time it's your turn to press a button. So that's a big thing here. People were actually, you know, they kind of knew, they understood more about the game. They're understanding of the opponent's characters weren't necessarily as high, but that's fine. Also, I did run into my first Smurf account on here, which he was a pretty good Jax. He was undefeated, I think, at like 15-0 or something, and I was like 12-0. I don't know. It was something like that, but I ended up taking that W from him too. So that's unfortunate for him. Feels bad, man. Sorry, bro. But again, shout out to you. You're a good Jax. And now we're on to Warrior, and I feel like, you know, the common thing between going up in ranks has been people knowing how to utilize mechanics more. Here you'll see more wake ups, like wake up roll, wake up 3, sometimes up 2. They know how to do breakaways, and they do have some understanding of more used characters. And so this one was actually, you know, pretty good to get into. There wasn't too much that was bad on their end. I guess the thing that kind of had them beat a lot was jailing. And if you don't know what jailing is, it's when you hit an opponent with an attack and you have enough frame data, or you're plus enough to guarantee another follow-up attack. And if they don't block, then they're gonna get hit by it. It's the same concept as when you're plus, you can jail like a jab or something like that. So yeah, that's the big thing that they were getting hit by. You know, I would just do like a down 3, and then they'll get hit by 1, 3, 4 because they got hit by the down 3, and that jails into it. That's a big thing. There's a lot of mashing still in these lower ranks. You know, they want to poke you really, really, really badly. But you know, at the end of it, there was more understanding of the game than there would be in the lower ranks, and that's again how it should be. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, just hit the lab, do the tutorial if you're still like stuck in Apprentice, you know, and that way you'll learn the game's core mechanics, and then you could go into the practice mode and practice those wake up mechanics or breakaway mechanics or whatever it be that you're having trouble with. That way, when you get online and you start playing people, you know, you won't look lost in the sauce. And also, stop mashing down 2, okay, buddy? It's not gonna work out, okay? Well, you know what? It did hit me a couple times, but stop it. It's annoying. Okay, well, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video. You know, I do hope that they implement something where we kind of get pushed forward in terms of, you know, where we were last season, so not everyone starts in kind of just this little fucking pool of people just fighting to get past the beginning ranks. Because if so, I'm definitely going to wait it out for a couple days before I start playing, because last time it was a mess. It was a giant mess. You had pro players. I mean, you would watch pro player streams and they'd be friggin' matched up with Johnny Nobody, and then it would be a bad time for Johnny Nobody, and they probably never played Kombat League. And another thing is that I hope that they fix this Wi-Fi issue. I don't want to be paired up with people that are like 130 ping and they're on Wi-Fi, and then all of a sudden we get into the match and it's like 180 ping. That's like horrible. I don't have a problem playing with somebody that's on the lower end of ping with Wi-Fi, but once it gets to the higher end and they start fluctuating too much, then, you know, I get triggered, and me being triggered is not fun for anybody. Okay, cool. Well, I've been Marine. This has been a quick little, you know, conversation on the Kombat League Season 2 and what I'd like to see, and differences in the lower ranks and how to get out of them. If you guys like the video, you know, do all that YouTube stuff down below. All right, thanks guys. See you next time.